Are you ready for this? I need you to be ready for this.
Actually, I was talking about the title with my wife recently, just because I'd recently watched the final DVD, or as close to final as we had it, and she was asking what's that all about, and I kind of remembered a vague idea for the story was off this One Tin Soldier thing, and how these people were basically chasing after money or riches, and it kind of ruined their life, and it had nothing to do with the end goal. When they finally found what they thought they were looking for, it was something else entirely. And so I think when Buzz named it, he was trying to do a play on that, saying you're going to get paid, but it's not going to be by what you thought it was. I don't know if the effect came through, because most people were like, well,
I remember when Buzz came up with it, I thought it was genius. Why it was the title, I have no idea. When I watch the movie, it feels right. It's kind of like you have to experience to understand the title, which is fine with me. But other people, they're like, what's Paid with a Dime stand for? You have to see the movie.
I think I started trying to develop a title before the script was written. Knowing it's about mercenaries, we knew it was going to involve them being paid, and I tried Paid with $1, Paid with a... I did. I think I actually wrote these things out, like Paid with a Penny. And like Scott and like the other people involved in the movie, they're like, yeah, that's an awesome title. But I show it to anyone else that's not in our group of friends, they're like, what does that mean? Paid with a Dime. I've had people come up to me, they're like, you mean like a dime bag of drugs? and I'm like, no. People getting all the wrong impression of it. Because apparently dime means things to other people. It just means making a buck. Maybe I should have just called the movie Making a Buck.
When I came on to set, I had a mustache, and with the first, shots we ever took, I had a mustache, and it seemed to stick. It seemed to fit the character for some reason. I don't know why. The director really liked it, and he really wanted me to keep it going through the movie, and it seemed to be kind of difficult because I kept shaving it. And I think I kept shaving it because we weren't shooting every week at one point, and I thought, I could just shave it and grow it back in a couple weeks. And all of a sudden, Buzz, out of the blue, the night before, gives me a call and says, hey, let's shoot tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, I show up to the set and I don't have a mustache, so it's, or I have a goatee one day. So, it was kind of a tough thing to work with, but I think we've worked around it, and I don't think you can really tell.
Wow.
What do I think of
Josh Ball?
What do I think of Buzz's farting? I think that it's highly inappropriate in my interview. I think that
No waving around the smell.
No! Boys! It's like the window, like, trying to brush it, and it goes right past. I just, once I realized it smelled bad to me, it was gonna be horrible for you guys. Sick. Oh. Woo!
So this is a test we're about to shoot after, how long has it been? About a year since we've last shot, maybe?
Yeah.
If not more?
Yeah.
We're gonna try to shoot this scene, mainly under Eric's direction. I have inputted nothing to this scene.
Why don't you have any input?
Oh, it's not that I'm not trying. I just haven't had any yet.
I'm sorry. See the thing I've been wearing the whole time?
military issued Kevlar. Yeah, it weighs a few pounds. Basically, the Army made them, you know, to keep shrapnel and bullets and, you know, debris that flies in the air, you know, from penetrating your skull. But I thought, you know, it's kind of end of the day. I might use it on your face.
Way. Well, how do I explain it?
It
Like,
just gets in, gets it down.
did you ever see the movie Spartan by any chance? It's with Val Kilmer. Didn't you used to be a Val Kilmer fan?
Yeah,
What
but I
happened
never
to
heard
that?
that movie.
Oh, it's like he does whatever you have to do in a situation to get what he needs. I mean, and it's based on a true character. These cops will go in town and they seriously will just break people's arms off just to get what they need, and you're just like drowning. I mean, just to bury it in, we could just have like a whole string of bullets go across your back too. You realize that he's been being held captive somewhere, and that's when my character changes the mission. He's like, all right, we're gonna go get him and try to do our mission at the same time. Explosions and stuff. And there's like a stream, a big, huge stream that goes through, and there's like a bridge over it. And I thought it'd be cool if, like in the beginning trailer sequence, it's just gonna show a bunch of people dying.
If we're wearing all our gear, it won't matter because we can run through it. Yeah.
Like the Jurassic Park 2 shots,
Yeah.
where you see the raptors coming at them. You can see the enemies all going through the grass somewhere else.
This movie was, and I basically told her the One Tin Soldier story, and she said like, well, that's really cool. Like, and I go, yeah. I started talking about the metaphors. I'm like, bridge is like the metaphor for friendship, and she's like, well, I don't get that. Like, what do you mean? And so I,
Because you're a.
yeah, well, I said that, and then I moved on to saying other things. I said
He's recording. Sorry.
nothing about this can go on the DVD.
Just on the internet.
You can cut. So I explained like the handcuffs is like the bridge, right? And each cuff was like a person and friends and
Right.
and I'm kind of stretching, and throughout the movie, I'm trying to show friendship with different bridging things. Like there's even a part where I even mentioned a rainbow.
Can I have some coffee?
Yeah, there's a bunch of coffee in there.
It's been there for a while.
I know it has been.
Why do you ask?
I still feel bad.
Fucking Buzz got you a cup. Like, there's a cup sitting out there for you. Yeah. So anyway, I then start talking about Saving Private Ryan. I'm like, she goes, you're thinking too much, Buzz. That's what she says. You're thinking too much of your movie. You're thinking too much. I'm like, no. Steven
She doesn't
Spielberg,
think enough.
best director in the industry, right? Saving Private Ryan. Tom Hanks' hand shakes, and when he's dying, he doesn't go, hey guys, set the camera up here, spend 2 hours setting up the shot, get the lighting just right, and excuse me, Spielberg, that's just his hand. Yeah, I just want a shot of his hand for no good reason. I'm sure that they just had a random shot of a hand in there. I'm like, no, you don't just shoot stuff for
She
no
doesn't
reason.
understand film. She doesn't understand that Buzz is a film freak, I guess. She thinks that she knows more about that movie than Buzz does.
Then basically we came to the conclusion that I was overthinking my movie and coming up with metaphors was pointless.
The whole movie's a metaphor.
Yeah, I know. She goes, I just don't see it. I'm like, she goes, are they just now becoming friends? I'm like,
They're caring more about their original.
exactly.
Like all they cared about before was money. Strings going towards the $, none between each other. But then eventually that they was come disconnected from the money and they shift towards each other. That's the whole point.
The whole point.
Not that hard to understand.
Did you notice the name of the mission in the movie?
Yeah, the rainbow something.
Preserver?
Rainbow preserver.
Yeah,
Rainbow.
they're securing the bridge. The bridge being a rainbow. I don't know if it's
Can we maybe not use the word rainbow when we're talking about a
I
bunch
don't
of relationships between men? Maybe we can just
it
call it a field of sunflowers.
Purple triangle.
Wow.
Can we do that, please?
Please? But are people going to be like, well, what the hell? These guys have been. They torture Hash about this same issue.
Who said I needed rescued? I'm the guy that kicks ass. Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
No, I'm framing this.
We're going, Scott, so I hope we're going.
And we don't even know how long that it takes place before I end up getting captured about the same issue, and they end up capturing my wife to try to get me to talk. But then they never even tell me that they captured.
they were going to get to it.
They're breaking me down for 4 months.
No, they didn't. They just.
6 months.
They
Or they just recently get her?
yeah.
Because when does Morris tell you that
Probably not
she's
long
dead?
before the mission. That's what I'm saying. You don't know the time,
Yeah.
so that's why it's easy. It's easily.
I'm gonna
feasible.
try to work about stuff when I write the scene and see what I can throw in, maybe connecting to Jess, how they get their lead to her and stuff.
A more, more realistic. Thanks for giving me my lines. Why don't you just trade places, you son of a...
Where we're gonna be shooting at the bridge and basically just taking measurements and stuff so we can diagram it on paper. See right here, I'm just basically filling in measurements. Anyway, I'm gonna start heading back. I think I got everything I need.
So like that, there's that story where I said Eric just showed up with the military outfit, and there was a day where Eric just kind of showed up and he's like, I went all the way out to the bridge and I just measured the bridge. So here you go, you got that. And I was like, oh, thanks. I don't know what that's for. Wait, that's not what happened.
It's like, yeah, that's how they.
Dude, the dog dance. Dog dance. Dog dance. It's getting real dark now. Crap, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find my way back. I think I'm lost. I don't know if I passed up the place I'm supposed to go up or not. I kind of don't know where I am. Just kidding. I just turned down the exposure on the camera.
How long was the production supposed to take?
I don't know if we really had a set timeline for our production, although I think in one trailer we said summer on one. So we knew there was a release date of when the sun was here.
That's pretty.
Yeah, Mom gave it to me. And I get them TKTs as a before.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I get it from TKTs.
Is that where you just were?
Yeah. Well, I need to buy Apple Deck.
Yeah.
So I need to buy Apple Deck with water monies, pay water money.
This movie's gonna be awesome.
Scott, act while you're going over there. What? Act while you're going over there. You still got a ways to go.
Guys, we're not. I don't see any spiders.
That'd be sweet. I can get some sweet shots from up there.
Oh yeah, I was going through the hallway.
Shots.
Okay, that can't be in the behind the scenes now.
I'm sorry, guys. Alright, start this over.
Alright, what's up there, Eric?
It's totally good. We can get some sweet shots from up there.
I'm sorry. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's go. That comes up laughing. I'm gonna stay kind of heavy.
I also was attempting to get promoted at work at the time, in which I did get the job, but I went out to this going away party and met my new boss for the first time. And I think I'd pretty much grown it out the whole way. It was right before we were filming it. And my new boss saw me and looked at my current boss and he was like, "This is the guy I'm getting? Really?" I'm like, sorry, man. But actually, I met my current wife for the first time when I had that beard, and she loved it. She asked me to grow it back all the time, but I say no. But she liked the beard.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you if you say that again. Oh, no. What?
You're gonna go around and get people to say stuff for me?
Want me to do that?
Yes.
You want to say anything to the bride and groom?
Don't call me when you're doing it, and
Don't do it in front of me. I
not
will
gonna
not
happen.
oblige with either of those.
That's touching, Nate. That's sweet.
I do what I can.
Sweet Paul.
Congratulations, Scott, Aaron. Really happy for you guys. I don't really have anything else really intelligent to say.
Hey, it's me, Scott and Aaron.
Oh.
I hope you guys have a good life. Making babies. And gonna make some more babies. Aaron, let's go. What are you doing? Buzz.
We're doing Eric's speech.
You're supposed to be filming people,
tried.
other people
They
other
don't like
than
me.
my brother and Eric. Have you filmed anyone else?
I filmed Aaron.
I can see her anytime. When she
Not the way I've
dies.
seen her.
Aaron and Scott, I hope you have a nice wedding and a nice life together. And just make sure that you're happy to each other. And may the rest of your life be happy.
Congratulations, Scott and Aaron. I don't really know Aaron, but congratulations anyways. Have many, many kids. Live
That's all he cares
a
about.
long, happy life. Get fat, plump, and enjoy it because it's not long.
The mother of the
Groom. It would be the groom.
Yeah, that'd be the groom. Mother of the groom. Say something profound.
Now don't cry, Cheryl.
God, Aaron, you guys are the best.
We love you. We love you, Scott. We love you. You're forever. You've always been my favorite. My favorite.
This gotta be like the gayest shot in history. Eric's acting, you got your mask out.
Next time you fill up your bottle, next time we stop for a drink.
Kids, this is where we shot a night conversation scene with Brent and Jinx. You all think we make this big set, but we don't. We just make a pile of dirt. Today is November 5th, and we're reshooting some stuff. This is our script. That's me. Dang, you have a lot of stuff.
I do have a lot of stuff. It's freaking heavy.
I like playing bad guy.
I like to watch it.
For the most part, whenever a vehicle showed up, I would hide with Eric. And I was kind of getting done with it. Because at some point I'm like, who cares? I'm wearing fake weapons. There's nothing they can do about it. And I got a little braver about that. So Jinx and me are shooting this... Jinx and me, Eric and me, are shooting this bit along the stretch of gravel road. Great background shot view for it, and this truck's pulling up, and Eric's gone. Like he's like, I'm out, I'm hiding, and I'm like, I'm tired of this. I just want to shoot my movie and get done. Truck pulls up, and the guy's like, hi. He actually stops by me, and I got a holstered pistol on my leg. I got all these fake weapons hanging from me. Now they look real. And so I'm sure that looked odd, but he pulled up, and before he could say anything, I figured I'd switch roles with him. I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, well, I'm," and it worked because I put him in his place. Yeah, leave me alone. And he was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to come out here. I put flags out here and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, What are you doing? At this point, I am actually kind of looking for Eric. Where did Eric go? And he is gone. It is just me. So I'm like, well, I'm making a movie. He's like, oh yeah? And I'm like, yeah, well, that's why I'm wearing this. And I didn't feel bad saying it. I'm like, I am wearing this getup because I'm making a movie. He's like, oh, okay. And the guy has this look where he's looking at me like this. And he does this. Right? You know what he's doing? He's looking to see if there's anybody else. He's like, this guy's making a movie by himself, and I'm in this getup. But whatever, I just kept going, yeah, so what are you doing here? And he's like, well, I got to put the flags out here. There's helicopters that dump, you know, pesticides and insecticides and side stuff. And all over, he puts flags along the road. The helicopters know where to dump that because they see the flags. That's his job. And he actually says to me, can I do that? Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You do what you need to do. He's like, am I going to get in the way of your movie? And he asked me, like, am I going to get in the way of your movie? And I was like, no, we'll make it happen. We'll just keep shooting, and you do your thing, and I'll do my thing, and it'll be fine. But he asked my permission. I'm not on my property. I am on government land. And this guy is where he belongs. Am I? No. But he asked my permission if he could do his job. I said, yeah, you can. Go ahead. Then I had to go find Eric. I don't know where he went. I was like looking around, and when I finally find Eric, he was behind some stump. I was like, well, he's doing his thing. We can keep shooting. He knows we're making a movie. And Eric's like, no, I'm not going to. I'm like, well, then we'll go shoot off something else. So we walked off somewhere else to shoot a little segment elsewhere. We're like, we'll just come back when the guy's done with his flags.
Wait, that's stupid. Back. What? Get back.
And we had shot half our sequence up to that point. We walk back up to the road to finish the other half of the sequence. We get up there. He's gone. Yay! We can finish. Except the whole road is lined with flags.
See, people? This is what happens. This is what happens when we go to shoot a scene.
I thought he was gonna like do them down there and just in that one spot. No, the whole road, flags. We now can't shoot half of the world because of these flags. We have to aim at the other half of the world. Screwed with our scene. Screwed with the movie.
We also have dandelions that weren't here this morning.
Yep. It's awesome. So now we have to shoot around the whole flag and flowers thing.
Someone's tripod goes off. No, just hold on to it and I'll do the move from there.
Okay.
We were in this mindset during that time in our life, like anything and everything related to movies. So it's like when we're playing video games, we're like, all right, let's play some. I think we were playing Medal of Honor at the time. That was like pre-COD, Call of Duty stuff. And so we were playing split screen. We play against each other, and basically we just having fun. And if anything came out of our mouths, which was funny or clever while we were playing, getting intense in the battle of it all, we were like, oh, that's great. Let's throw that down on paper. And we had several things come about, I'm sure, but I only think only one line made it into the movie.
Thanks. Did you see that whole bit where I just risked my life to save yours?
I don't need your help. Was it weird being asked to just shoot random shots? That made no sense whatsoever.
It was very weird.
Sorry, don't cut me off.
Oh, sorry.
Hey Julie, where'd you put my razor?
He's already got it on his face.
So what? You can do it halfway through.
I'll be clean up. You want me to take it off?
Thanks, Julie, for laughing.
But I was laughing first. Try to control myself and get in character.
Clear. Where'd you put my razor?
It's in the second drawer.
I didn't see it.
Did you look?
Don't get smart with me.
It's right here.
Thank you.
Something wrong?
Yeah. Yeah. I want out.
So get out.
Easier said than done. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just want out. Julie, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Whatever, you know what?
It was kind of awkward because one of the producers, her husband was there, and what I really wanted to do was, act, but it's also like a friend's wife. So it's like, you don't have a lot of time or experience acting with people of the opposite sex. And then on top of that, it's one of your good friend's wife, and so you have to act like stern and like you're upset. It's challenging, and as you can see, there was like 8 or 9 takes, and it didn't even make it into the movie. So I don't know. It's kind of fun, but it was also, you know, a waste of time.
Are you gonna back up?
I could back up.
That'd be kind of cool if you backed up while running forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't trip on anything.
Yeah.
Ready?
And action.
What did I say? What did I say?
Oh crap, look at the rifle on me. Thanks for saving the camera.
Oh, mother.
Are you okay?
Oh, my face. Oh.
That was your fault.
Buzz, is your jaw okay?
Yeah.
Did it hit you your chin?
I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I slammed my face into Eric's head. Oh. Oh, my neck. I hope it looked good. I slammed into him.
Are you ready for another take?
Hit me in the eye. Hello?
Action!
Hi. Hello?
So what we have to deal with?
Yeah, right. No, that's fine. Sorry, my phone went off again. Okay, so
Usually it's the director that's like waiting for the actor, like, oh, hold on, I get a phone call. Yeah, no, I'll do that movie. Yeah, no.
we should talk about.
Hey, it's my agent. No, hold on. Yeah. No, I can do that one next week. Because Eric would set up, and we, you know, we got the shot we need, and Buzz is there, and so he'll go, you know, action. And I'm holding the microphone, and we're waiting for Buzz. What is he doing? Oh, yeah, no, hold on, guys. Almost done here. And done. Okay, alright, action. I'm ready.
You need people like us, okay? In the world.
Okay.
Is what you make it. Come on, you can't tell me that you never a little slippy dippy of the dice. Do a little tricky dice with the roll. Loaded dice. You did that shit, I know. I'm gonna shake because I'm cold. Is that good?
Oh yeah, you should be shaking. Okay, it's recording. I gotta cover my hands though. I think he was wearing gloves in there. I can't even tear the pages apart.
Dude, improvise.
Alright, hold on. I can't improvise. Alright, I'm gonna turn the water off.
It's awesome.
It was good though. Covered me in blood, got me in some camo, rubbed dirt all over my face without me knowing it. Then yeah, that was good. Then basically just poured that fake blood on me that's you've had for years. Put that in my mouth.
Did it taste good?
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Hold on. It's gonna look wet. Different. Keep it in.
This is for me.
Shells and water and blood.
And all that stuff didn't even get on film, so there's no reason for it to be.
Yeah, I don't know why we had so much blood. There's no blood on tape. What? How long we shoot for? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Probably.
Then we watched it, and it like I was expecting to like watch an hour and a half, 2 hours of stuff, but I guess we didn't. You know, we weren't recording the whole time.
What do you think about your character dying?
I was just glad I was written in the movie. I wasn't even expecting that, so. And it didn't matter. I died like a badass mofo, so I don't know. It's pretty cool. It was fun. It was fun.
Would you look forward to working with another actor next time?
Yeah. Better than you? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. I can't help but notice the wiring on your teeth. What are you, a computer?
What's wrong with wanting straight teeth?
Okay, what we got?
But if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You make one shot. Is what you do.
Either you miss it or I miss it.
Alright.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You gotta take that yellow thing out of your pocket.
I don't see it. It's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I bet he's got a yellow thing in his pocket. We're like this. We're like this. Oh, yellow thing in the pocket. Turn over. Okay.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to my
I'm
shot.
gonna almost computer generate this.
No, I swear we're gonna get it. It's gonna be awesome. And I bet you're thinking right now, why did I go over to this crazy gun nut guy? Darn it. I hate that line.
So do I. Change the gun nut. Change the gun nut. I don't understand it. What's gun?
It's one of those tiny nuts and bolts that are in the gun.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You work for us. You work for us.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You have to make this Nick.
serious cash in your pocket,
Then you work for us.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You work for us.
That could just be a squeak in the floor.
Somebody fart? You tried to... So he said you're like really fat.
I'm sorry.
You were fat.
It's those damn peanuts.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
Oh, damn. I like to look back though. That's...
Thank you.
Thank you.
I added it.
but if you want to put some serious cash into your pocket,
You work for us. You work for us.
How'd I do that?
One take.
I was looking at Buzz and I was like, for Buzz. And I was like, and I made it. It's crazy.
Can you move along?
Come here, baby.
Your mom's calling for you, Solace. So I just found out this camera's busted. Exposure's not working. Tired of dealing with crap. It looks for a second. Oh, yeah, moving it. It's doing nothing. It does that much. Nate, how'd our little shoot go? What?
I'm trying to record here and you're messing with me.
Oh, sorry. Forgot second units here. DVD production.
No, it went fine. The lighting was being a pain. The camera was broken, so luckily found some shade. I think that worked. But
we'll just see. Yes.
See.
Yeah.
It's gonna be up to Eric Willard and his genius.
So it has no shot at all, really.
It's got no chance.
I don't remember how many cameras there's been on this movie.
We had an incident with our camera when we were kids. One of our first movies. It's actually the second movie that me and Buzz made. It was an Indiana Jones movie, and we set the camera down in a certain spot, and by the tree, and it was by our dog Huck. He had a line that kind of went from around that tree. And he had this chain, and so while me and Buzz were setting up the shot, Huck like wrapped his chain around the tripod
and knocked the camera down, and it broke at this one spot by the house we used to live at.
And it broke the sound on the camera. So we're winding down on the shoot for the movie. You and Buzz are doing this little scene that takes place near the beginning of the movie, where him and me are talking by a tree, kind of just coming up with our plan of what's going to happen. And we get up there, and we drive all the way up there, and we start planning out how the shot's going to begin. And we had shot this once already, and we had to scrap it because it just looked terrible, and I think it sounded terrible. So it was a reshoot as it was.
And then when we were making this movie, we had the camera on a tripod, and Eric had his cable of headphones hooked up to the camera.
And I have this habit of having the headphones on, hooked up to the camera, and then going to talk over or explain something, and sure enough, the camera on the tripod is pulled down, and the camera breaks in the exact same spot as when we were kids.
Spooky? Yes. And not very surprising.
The camera broke, and that was that for that summer or whatever, because I had to wait for a tax return January or February, before I could get a new camera. All they had were digital, like high def cameras. Was all they're selling at that point. And so I'm like, I guess the movie's gonna have to be shot in high def. But I mean, they were fairly cheap at that time. They've gotten cheaper over time. And so we got that. Finally went back to go reshoot it, and we're like, okay, we can finally get this scene shot again. The same thing happens. I have the headphones on. I go to check the scene, and I think Buzz tries to warn me, and the camera falls down. I'm like, no, not again. All this money that's things about going through my head, and luckily it didn't do anything damage to the camera. So I guess they might be a little more durable. So just amazing coincidence of 3 times.
How am I still here? Where's my rescue mission?
So one of the last things we shot was actually the torture scene you see between me and my brother, Nathan Reeves, who basically betrays me in this scene. The nice thing was actually doing this later in the filming process kind of gave me a lot of room to say, here's where my character's gone throughout this whole movie. I can really try to make a lot of this scene so that you can come to grips with my character, what he's going through. It was a really easy shoot, just very, very intense. Nate did a great job.
Usually brothers don't work very well together because you're both fighting for the spotlight.
Made it really easy for me to play off of his emotion well, I mean, his complete lack of emotion, just a complete jerk the whole time.
No, it was actually a lot of fun. Him and I knew that I was going to get to stab him in the back. So
it was kind of cool too, being that he's my brother. In the story, he's not, but because he's basically standing in front of me, betraying me, then there's a whole another layer of emotion that I can try to bring into it, thinking this is someone close to me that's betraying me.
There was one benefit to working with Scott, and that was that you get to hit him in the face. And it was something that I always wanted to do. The guy was like a method actor, you know. He lives his part for months, you know. He doesn't break character. And so we get there and we're filming. We get up to this scene where I'm torturing him, and he goes, "Punch me in the face."
You know, just, you know, a room full of guys. I'm not the best actor in the world. I can't just bring tears in my eyes. So I told him, just punch me in the face. You know, you get punched in the nose, your eyes water.
And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Punch me in the face." So I think I clocked him in the nose or something, or I didn't hit him very hard, but just enough so maybe there's a little bit of blood and his eyes would water up, so it was, you know, fairly realistic.
It worked. Felt good too.
And I think at that moment, I think he cried for real.
The only thing I hate is the close shot of my eye when I'm basically coming to grips with what he's telling me, that he's gonna betray me. It just moves all over the place. It looks stupid.
Something against someone helping you? You got a problem with people saving your life?
Maybe. Maybe you shouldn't ask that question.
Before I lost my dad and me were in Texas, and I was like, "Dad, you know, I'm making this movie, and I have no idea where this would go in the movie, but San Antonio is really cool looking. I like the river that goes through that town. Could you shoot a bit?" And my dad helped me shoot a bit down by the river, and again, I didn't know where that was going to go in the movie, and fortunately it was able to fit in there. But I was like, yeah, my dad helped me shoot that, so it was cool to get in there.
Solas! Chubby little baby, all full of blood and flesh. Solas, good kid.
She's very confused about what's going on right now. Daddy looks scary with that lighting. He's like, his face.
So the movie's filled with people my age and kind of younger guys, and just to bring kind of a extra believability to the movie, I wanted to get people of older.
And so he's telling me, you know, he's going to have these older adult actors, or not even actors, you know, adult friends that he worked with to come shoot with us. And so I kind of like, okay, whatever you say.
And I worked with Dave King and Tom Ball, and I knew them, and I know Tom Ball's background and experience, and I know Dave King's experience and background, and so I kind of found roles for them that I kind of felt they were perfect for. Naturally, Tom Ball's kind of has a very he just fit the Lewis role well, and he had that. I felt like he had that look for Lewis, and Dave. I was for that character. I was thinking of someone kind of hippie-ish, someone that kind of in love stuff, free love, not free love, but just of that sort. And Dave fit that. He would come to work wearing tie-dye shirts, and he had this long ponytail, and I thought, wow, Dave really kind of fits this character. Like, this is how I see this character being like. And so that's why I casted those two guys in those roles, and they knew each other. They don't have any acting background, but I knew that they, if they just kind of were themselves, that it would work.
Action.
There's a bridge there.
And then it didn't. We I knew I wanted to shoot like in an office. The whole movie, you've not really seen like a type of headquarters for this agency, and even this might not be the headquarters, but I wanted like an office space that Lewis might have worked out of. And I remember saying that to Tom Ball when we were shooting the bit with our truck, and it's like, wait, I need to find like an office type space. He's like, why don't you shoot in the office that we work out of? And I was like, well, we could maybe make that happen. And downstairs at the office we work at, there's just a big empty office space, which was very visually intriguing to me because you just got the one desk with Lewis sitting at it, and you almost get the sense that he's at a temporary location where temporarily he's just set up the desk. And before some other agency figures out where he's at, where he might have to flee to some other building, I don't know. And Lewis's character is also very isolated. Like, he's this guy that is kind of doing some bad things to people behind their backs. And he's put himself in a very alone spot. Hash has been trying to connect with people. That's the arc he's got. He's trying to connect with Trent, and he's trying to connect with other people. And Lewis, he's done everything exactly the opposite of that. It was fun to go to this office and shoot there and do it at night.
We got separated. We had to go down the hill. We have to go after him. Yeah. Okay. Cover me on my... Forget my line.
Just keep going.
On my signal, cover me. Okay, you ready? Yeah. On my signal, cover me. Hold on. I don't have any bullets. Okay. On my signal.
All right, go.
Now.
Trent! Ah! So let me get this straight. You and Corned Beef having a little talk, having a little chat. Forgot my lines after that point. And here's a tip. You want somebody to change their ways, you give them the idea and you let them think it's their own.
What the hell's going on?
So one of the times we went to go shooting, we hiked down to the bridge that I hated hiking down to, and we got down there, and it had been quite some time since we last filmed, and there was like, I don't know, 15, 20 car tires down there.
Just lined up. There's like 10 tires on each side of the bridge, just sitting there. And we're like, we're here to shoot. What is this? We can't shoot around this. This is like, I mean, they have the little signs on there, and that's just, you know, a problem by itself. But this is just tires completely over the bridge, and like, how are we supposed to shoot? And I don't know who said it, but they're like, just chuck them.
We were just chucking them. I mean, they were probably there for a purpose, but we didn't care. It was in our, you know, our shots, and so we just threw them off the side of the, you know, bridge.
So we illegally just went to each tire and just tossed it off the side. I don't feel too happy about that.
And I don't know, maybe some logger came through and wondered what the hell happened. But, you know, we couldn't have scenes of the bridge with no tires, and then of course, bam, there's 20 tires. It wouldn't make sense. So we just said, okay, you know, screw it. You know, we're gonna get rid of them.
I have no idea why they were just sitting there.
So you guys dumped them in the water? I've never saw tires there.
Yeah, somebody came and picked them up. Yeah, they tossed them in the grass, like off the bridge, but not in the water.
You guys didn't even try to put them back when you were done?
I think we thought about it like halfway through our walk back or something.
I'm like, oh, it. Because it took so long to complete this thing that the trees are a little bit taller, the bushes are, you know, maybe different colors, you know, so there was a lot of different variables going into this besides, you know, haircuts and facial hair. It was like the scenery would change, you know, so there was constantly work being done on the set to make it look like it was, you know, before.
Action. Oh. Nice toss, Hash.
You put a hole in one of them. Right here. Right here.
There's the scene where we're getting ready for the final battle. Me and Buzz are sitting behind that log.
I follow you because, yeah, I probably need your help. But don't expect me to just bend to your every fancy. You owe me.
You know, there's these bits in the movie where I know we need to stick to the lines in the movie, but then there's the ad-lib moments.
I'm mad, and he feels bad for what happened.
I lost faith in you.
That's pretty intense.
But you're probably right, you know. Just a little uncomfortable.
And it just didn't work. We kept trying to come up with lines, but without a good script to go off of the ad-lib, it just wasn't very cohesive.
It led to us singing.
Don't really like wearing it.
A little discomfort saved your life.
A little discomfort saved your life?
A little discomfort saved your life.
You know, that sounds like some commercial or something. Like toilet paper. Little discomfort saved your life.
Little discomfort saved your life. Little discomfort saved your life.
Little discomfort
save your life.
So it just got cut. I think there's like 2 lines and then the battle starts.
It's like a little jingle, and it didn't make it into the movie, but I do believe it's going to make it as an actual advertising thing for toilet paper.
Never go into advertising.
The bathroom scene, that was a lot of fun. I thought it was weird to be in the shower and just have have me being filmed taking a shower. Like, what if the wind blows and like you see my junk or something? So I didn't want to do it, and Josh goes, "Yeah, I'll do it." We're like, "Okay." I think he needed to take a shower anyway. So he's in there, and we're filming. I think we were filming the floor or the wall or something, just trying to get some noise or whatever. And so then he goes, "Are you guys done?" And we weren't.
Can you pass me the towel?
Not something you want to see in your lifetime.
I do. We gotta watch that. The only thing that sucks is I gotta.
Well, what we can do is we can turn around and you can actually be naked. And then the camera will get it.
I should walk by and like my ass. I'll have the towel like in front of me, but it sees my ass. What do you think?
Go ahead and drop your. There's people outside probably.
Why do we have to have the blinds open?
Between you saying it.
Alright.
I mean,
This will cut back. Don't do your Sean Connery, you asshole.
Should have made a deal with the devil shop. The day is yours.
Now I'm interested.
You don't.
Can I say it when I'm ready?
Sorry.
Directors.
I know. Second chair bastards.
Mm-hmm. I think they know it all.
second unit.
Whatever.
Ooh, big difference.
I assure you, he's not.
And that's a wrap for Joshua Prusa.
Really? Oh yeah, that's Josh's last take of the whole movie, right?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Props.
Alright.
And I still have
The second unit
Yeah, one
chair
more
director.
I still have a scene with Scott.
It's like a unit chair. Are you happy with your characters? His choices that he made in the movie?
There were none of my choices. They were all Eric Woolard or Buzz Woolard's choices. I think nothing's left for that.
I suppose you'd want your character to live.
My character dies. When did I drown?
You drown.
I drowned?
Yeah. I get killed too.
How do you die?
I don't know.
You get shot in the mouth.
I get shot in the mouth.
This is a conversation with 2 men that die and how they feel about it.
How do you feel about it?
Too crappy.
Do you feel like your character should have survived?
I just learned 5 seconds ago my character dies, so...
Even though you were shooting with Scott and me, and we're in the water, and your guy drowned, and you were saying that...
Oh, is that when you guys threw rocks and dirt and branches at my head, and I fall down, and then a log comes on top of my head?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It sounds like
got a mild concussion because of it.
I haven't died yet. I haven't shot that, but I guess apparently I get shot in the mouth.
Of all the places to get shot, that is the weirdest place to get shot.
I know.
It's a gun in his mouth.
I mean, not
gun in my
not
mouth.
to the head, not to the
It's not like he shoots your lips.
I died from gangrene.
Really?
Yeah, gangrene of my mouth.
Oh, it sucked. Now, how does Joshua Jinx die?
He doesn't.
Oh, imagine that.
Second unit director lives.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? This was a prequel.
How does Hash how does he die?
This is a prequel.
Right, I understand that. How does
Actually, you
Hash
know
die?
what's kind of funny? If you think about
Actually,
it.
okay, Joshua Jinx dies in a barn in a different movie. So there you go.
Right.
It's a different movie though, so
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's interesting how both directors live.
Right.
But the whole entire cast dies.
And the sexy star lives.
Okay, do you think there's any...
I'm dead.
Do you think it's good at all that Morris died for a good reason?
What the did he die for?
He left a note for Trent because...
Is that the one that was like really wet and you couldn't read anything off of it, and it was just like wet, paper that says like, "Have you seen this child?" And it's like,
I think you peed on it.
Okay, you haven't seen the rest of the movie, so you don't know what happens.
No, what happens? You know what happens?
I think what you said.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Fuck,
just
I'm
sticking
so
up for me.
confused.
Nate's seen it, so...
I have. I can show it to you.
This is done.
You know what? No, I'm
pissed.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
The red light on the camera means
Yeah. Hello! Welcome to video production. Nickety-knack.
It's yabba dabba do time. Let's go.
You didn't even say yabba dabba do.
Why weren't you at the bridge? It said there's a squad there of troopers.
You've been to the bridge?
Yeah, hello, I'm Mr. Finger. I'm Mr. Finger. You think I got this from a mosquito bite? No more finger looking good for me because it's gone.
Jenks.
I'm on it.
There's the bridge. They're going to be coming down this road. So let's get up in those trees. See if we can get an overall view.
And if they spot us?
They won't. I'm wearing camo.
The one thing I like about this movie is it takes place in a lot of different locations. Just like a real Hollywood movie, you have several locations, but they're made to look like the same location. Our movie is done in so many different parts and so many different areas. I mean, it's all in the same region, but there's, we use places like Officers Row, towards downtown Vancouver, where there's a lot of historical, buildings, and I believe the National Guard is down there, and so, filming there with Eric and Scott was kind of cool because we're depicting, basically mercenaries or our own platoon. So to have that, those backgrounds, I mean, there's so many different places that we filmed. It would give a fresh take, or if it wasn't, you weren't seeing the same thing over and over again, and so it brought a different element. The locations were like a character in itself. The bridge was a character.
You guys are awful. You guys weren't?
No.
That might have been a full minute.
I feel really comfortable now.
Yeah, I could go for another half hour.
Some of the best times on set were definitely the camp outs. We'd go down there, put up a tent, we'd get up early and make breakfast, and then spend most of the day shooting things we wouldn't use.
What were the funnest times on set?
Can you do it in like a movement, like bring me back? Would you be able to bring me back like there to my throat, so it's easier for you? Okay. You're pulling me back, so you're kind of bringing. Keep me there for the second, and then you like that.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
Is
There was none. No. Funnest times on the set were probably when we were all together. Unfortunately, some of us got married and some of us had kids, and some of us, like myself, had moved in a different area, so it was harder to get us all together at once. And there was some unfortunate events where, people could not be together. But I think when we were all together, we made the best of it. Sometimes I would complain. I think you've seen the extras, and but it was all lighthearted fun. But it was just, when you film a movie with your friends, and I can say we're friends because, we all pretty much known each other all of our lives. We know how each other work. We know how each other act. When somebody's having a bad day, the other guys are there to pick them up. Filming other movies, not to get all personal, but I've had, people pass away or something like that, and we've always seemed to be able to lift each other's spirits one way or another. And it was just, it was quite the experience. You're talking almost 10 years of your life, and it's not like you're filming every day or every weekend, but you have fun with the ones you work with, and maybe somebody thinks of something this way, but then you add it your way, and it comes together, and it works, and it looks great.
Actor Joshua Prusa finally done with his, I don't know what to call it, location shooting.
It's kind of sad.
No, it's not. You've been waiting for this moment like 8 years.
Damn, that's a long time.
So what was it you said earlier? This is where it started?
Yeah, this is my first shoot right here on the rope swing.
Doing the helicopter stuff?
Doing the helicopter stunt. As far as being in the camo, it's
Yeah.
kind of funny and ironic. And
What was your first shot or first scene?
I think my first scene.
That was Buzz in the Garage, or?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. Over at my dad's house.
Or maybe we were doing stuff in Bend. I don't know.
All right, so everything we just said. I think that was the first.
Really?
First stuff, yeah.
How does it feel knowing that all this going outside stuff's done?
It feels good. I just wish we could have all been doing it together. Over the years, I think this movie would have been done in half the amount of time that it's taken us.
Yeah.
But under the circumstances, it's good to get it done, but it's just under, I don't know. It's taken way too long.
Well, we're all glad, or I'm glad you're committed, and
Yeah.
after everything broke up with the movie, and you
Just life
decided to
happened.
come finish this.
Yeah, life happens sometimes, and main thing is, finish what you start.
He's filming all these movies. We're about to shoot some, well, Nate's doing a dual role in here, although he's not going to have his face shown, that's the way it is. He's playing Hodges' parts that we're not going to be able to pick up with the actual actor.
They don't get to see my face.
No, but they'll see your body movements, and you got to make them look like Hodges.
Probably the most fun I had was it was probably running around with Eric and shooting, extra stuff, getting just hanging out with him, running around, shooting pickup shots, and a lot of times we'd come back and get all our gear off and then go play basketball or something. We just had a lot of good time. I think just putting the movie together and trying to put the pieces together so it made sense. Knowing that the work that you're doing was, towards the greater goal of getting it done, so it was satisfying.
Yeah, any worst times?
Go around with Eric Willard and shoot a bunch of extra scenes.
It's the same thing.
And I had to help him on all this post-production stuff, and I tried to make stuff for him. He's like, no, that sucks. Do it again.
Ow.
Really?
I'll give you all my money. I'll give you all of it now. Just take all my possessions. Just take all my possessions.
Oh, time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, kind girl.
Hey Nate, this is Eric. So I'm gonna try to show you the themes, like I said in the email. I usually play on my keyboard, because I'm a great musician like that, but I think the computer will show you what keys I'm actually doing. And I'm gonna do the keys. If they'll be highlighted, the ones I'm using. G. Alright. So that's the theme. It's basically 3 keys. Isn't that great?
My opinion on the music, quite honestly, after watching the film, because at the time, you know, Nathan Reeves, who plays Ryan Sharp in the movie, he's in it such a small amount, but his music is a big part of the movie. You watch a movie or a TV show without any music, you know, it's not the same. But you add that little bit of music or suspense or build up, it makes the movie, you know, that much more exciting. This is a guy who basically wrote everything. He didn't copy it. He didn't copyright anything. This is all, you know, coming from, you know, inside, and so it's very well done. It's done so well that it would almost seem like something you would hear in a Hollywood film, or, you know, Nathan did a good job. You know, he did a great job, and I really enjoy the music. That's not something to take lightly. It's not very. I couldn't do it.
One thing that was really cool, and it was something I had never done before, was a lot of green screen photography and stuff like that. We take the actors and get them all dressed up and shoot behind, you know, shoot them on a green screen that we could put them on any type of environment we wanted to. And kind of a cool thing we did for Facebook and for publicity purposes was to come up with these character posters.
Oh, thank you. My director's hat.
Oh, awesome.
Maybe two-hand it?
That's messed up.
You like doing photo shoots, Buzz?
Alright, Buzz, I'm gonna start taking continuous shots so you can just do whatever.
Solace. Solace, come here. Solace. Oh, what?
Yeah, I got that. That's disgusting looking.
I got it too.
I think I need a rifle or something.
Yeah, there you go.
'Cause I can only scan it in so many ways.
With that, yeah.
It was actually a lot of fun to do those shoots and then be able to come back and put that stuff together.
I knew, as soon as I knew, I did the commentary night and was like, hey, we're making this movie. I was like, hey, Nate, I need you to help us make a poster because I'm going to put out like flyers for this movie. And that process was very drawn out and more complicated, and probably didn't need to be complicated. Nate had already produced a lot of cool images for like just Facebook. And so we ended up just taking one of those images and using it for the poster. And that was just a very complicated thing because I was like the middleman between another middleman and another middleman. Because you got like Nate doing like the art. You got Eric kind of asking Nate to do that. Then there's me, and I'm just like the complete middleman. And then I'm talking to Brittany, who's then talking to her dad who works in a print shop who is going to produce this poster. And it was just a very horrible process, and I was stuck in the middle, and Eric would tell me information that technically I did not understand at all, and I'm trying to tell it to Brittany, and she didn't know what I was saying because I didn't know what I was saying. And so then I was go back, and it was just like the worst position to ever be in, and it made me remember how shooting was in the movie sometimes, and it was just horrible experience. But we finally got the flyers made. A little side note, I found out why Brittany didn't want that one poster. It was Not that it was necessarily bad, but she was worried that my face was going to be all over town holding a gun, and my clients that I work with would see it and be kind of a maybe bad example to kids. I'm all like, don't do violence, kids, and I turn around and I have posters all over town with me holding a gun. I don't know. So Eric and me went around town with the flyers, and we're just trying to find places to put them up. And then we're just going into shops and be like, hey, would you support a local production and put this up in your shop? And so we just kind of walked through downtown Vancouver trying to promote our movie that way. And I found that very difficult. I found it more fun to just promote our movie on Facebook and constantly putting posts about how it's coming. And I think out of all the posters I got out, because Eric did it with me one night and I went back out and maybe did this, maybe the same amount that I had done with Eric with posters. I think we maybe got one person to come with all those flyers. And that one person actually came up and talked to me at the premiere. She's like, oh, are you one of the filmmakers? I'm like, yeah, who are you? She says like, I saw one of your flyers. And I'm like, oh, they worked for one person. Sweet. But I think it was just kind of cool to think that our flyers were all over town promoting our movie. That was kind of pretty exciting.
You want to talk about the scene where you were beating up Scott? How that all went down?
Oh yes. How was the whole scene where you beat up Scott?
Well, I'd love to talk about that because, yeah, it was a great scene. The scene where I am annihilating Scott is, it was fun actually. Just being allowed to, actually, you know, it was kind of just finding different, what do you call it? You know, just being able to, the fun part of it was just being able to,
This is the longest answer in the world.
I'm gonna ask you why you're wandering around with my friend's gear.
Why are you wandering around with your mask on?
Well, I figured I would.
Well, I figured there was going to be some more, but
Here's
wait,
another
stop.
action.
Well, I figured I was going to run into some more.
What? 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 You did what?
What? What?
He's alive. I didn't know you were filming.
Go.
I hate the editor of this movie. I really do.
Wow.
Oh! I can't believe that exploded.
Wow, Scott. He needs to play football.
It cost me $5.
Hodges! Hodges!
You alright, Hodges? I'm dandy.
From no one in Texas, Ash doesn't have a gun.
Up higher, bud. Up higher.
We finished something we started, and it's something that a lot of people sacrifice, people's families, people's loved ones. You know, the people that were behind the scenes that, you know, aren't even in the credits. You know, people made sacrifices to make this work, and you know, to have that, and hopefully something that we can look back in 20, 25 years and say, you know, I remember doing that, and, you know, laughing about it, or thinking, you know, this is something we used to do when we were, you know, when we were younger. Who knows? It could be our last movie altogether. Never know. And this, you know, we've been doing this for 20 years since we're 13. Well, no, 16, 17 years. That's something to be, you know, proud of, and I like it.
It's definitely, no doubt in my mind, is better than any movie we've done before. Effects, music, acting. Really kind of goes over anything else we've done before. Is it the type of movie I'd make now? Probably not, but I think it's as good as it's gonna get for what it is. And I still think it's better than a lot of low budget movies that you can see on Netflix or something. So I'm happy with it. I'm ready to move on though.
You have men in this movie. All the other movies, I think we're kids trying to be, little wise asses or funny. And it's innocent. Those movies are innocent. The Nivkos and the Bumkos and all that stuff. They're innocent. But this one, to me, of the movies I've been involved in, have emotion, and I like movies with emotion. Whether it be, when you watch something you did with somebody, with like Hash, there was emotion involved there. Seeing Trent, being dragged away, seeing Hash's response to Trent, you put yourself in that situation because what if that was your best friend? There is a sense of, holy crap, And I think now everybody kind of knows their roles as far as the group of guys that worked in these movies. You have your editor, you have your director, you have your composer, and then, you have your, actors, and what's nice is we all take part in it. You have your lead, but you also have your assistants, and that's awesome.
Why they're really out there.
There's some questions. It's like we were okay with that from the beginning, I guess. So I guess we did what we were planning to do. You don't want to. We didn't expect people to like it. We
didn't make this movie for the audience. We made it for us. The rest of you, go yourselves.
Overall, I think Scott's a great guy. I think whether it be if it's on set, he's great to work with because there's no horsing around with him really. You notice a lot of everybody else is creating magic and he's kind of so he's very professional. That's one thing I can say. He's very professional and he knows what needs to be done, and we get stuff done. So when you're around him, you just kind of get caught up in his professionalism and his work ethic, and things tend to move a little faster. But then when he's not so involved with the scenes, when he's just kind of stepping back, and whether it be filming, or just stepping back and watching, then we start to kind of fall behind because there's way too much magic being created. So
Hash! Okay. What the hell stinks so fucking bad? Dude, that was bad. Who's just shit themselves? Chris. Oh, I'm trying to hold my composure. Dude. That's great. Did you stop the camera, Scott? No. Who does he think he is? Alright, this is when...
Thinking you, me, Jenks, and Connors.
You care to wash your hands?
I'm bringing the magic.
End with
Magic. Bringing it forward.
Go ahead and start from the beginning. Buzz needs a girlfriend. I don't think you're acting. I don't think. Buzz. Wow.
Wood grain.
What's that?
Yeah, right.
Who's the card?
I like how his face gets a little red, and he's like, "It's the card."
It was.
What? No. What's our doing?
Jess being dead.
We had nothing to do with Jess's death. Jess's death. Just start from there. We had nothing to do with Just
do it again.
Okay. We had nothing to do. We had. Stop smiling at me. I'm not gonna look at you.
You have to do the next line, bud. You better be ready.
Let me start with my thing.
Okay.
It's our doing.
What is our doing?
Jess dead.
You can't. He skipped a word.
Just dead. Just becomes a caveman.
Just dead. We ain't nothing to do with.
What am I supposed to say? Jess being dead is because of suicide.
Wow. Suicide. What regional monologue? So super long sentence.
Alright, Tame's just wasting words.
Ready? Yeah. Maybe you're pissed off at him for being right. Me? No,
Okay.
Buzz. Okay. Hash, you know there's sacrifice. Why the f are you smiling? Get it out of your system. What?
The movie is actually about something that was much more interesting to me. The movie was originally about characters being introduced to violence and what it takes for them to do the violence. And this movie was more about like people getting connected with each other. Which makes sense because way when I first came up with the idea too, I knew I wanted to connect it to the bridge being something, a representation of the connection between people. So why I didn't have that all along, I don't know, but it worked out perfectly. By the time we finished the movie, it's about these people coming together, making something happen, and mending bonds. And I'm very happy that the movie became that and organically got there on its own. Should the movie have taken 9 years to do?